Hello, everybody, and welcome to my current family in InZOI. So, in case you're wondering what's been going on, I have not been live in the last little while just because this time of year, springtime, is very difficult for my migraines, and also work has been quite stressful, not stuff I can really talk about. But anyways, so I've really needed a lot of time and flexibility in my schedule outside of work to just make sure that I'm always resting or I have the space to rest to manage my migraines. So anyways, all that being said, I will be getting back to things now that the weather, it's still been up and down here, but the weather is starting to stabilize. So I think that should make things easier on my head. But in the meantime, I've been playing a little bit of InZOI, and I did want to introduce you to my current family just to give you some content, something that you can watch. This is really easy because I can just hop on when I'm feeling good and spend a couple hours to decompress. And and I don't feel like I'm, cheating on stream by not playing Sims. So for those of you that don't know, InZOI is, I think, as far as I'm aware, it's like the first game that is really trying to basically emulate Sims. Sorry, let's just read this. Fabricated performance data. While I reviewed the training performance data, I noticed the numbers were different from how I had remembered them. Reporting this to the higher-ups might help set things straight, but it might put whoever wrote that report in a bad spot. Should I report it or let it go? Let's report it. An unspoken and unpleasant truth. Feeling that fabricated data shouldn't be used to evaluate performance, I decided to set things straight. However, the higher-ups told me they were already aware of the matter and asked me why a cadet even bothered to bring up such trifles. This made me realize that I might have stumbled upon an unspoken and unpleasant truth. So yeah, I have been playing this a little bit in my free time to decompress, and I've been quite enjoying it. And yeah, it's really the first game that I think, to me at least, emulates Sims that I've played. I don't know if there are other games out there, but it is a lot of fun. The user interface is interesting because you can basically like move around any of these things, and you can even close them, like if you don't want to see the needs and stuff. She does here have an urge to eat bibimbap. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So I'm gonna go ahead and let her get some. Although if I remember, I was having an issue with the fridge the other day. And I think probably for me, the hardest thing to figure out, it's because I'm in tab mode, that's why. The hardest thing to get used to is the navigation. So like right now, for some reason, sometimes it makes it so that you actually walk as your character. I still don't know how I'm toggling this sometimes, and other times I'm not. Obvious guilt. We're getting another card here. Despite their claims of innocence, the evidence seemed to clearly suggest that my client was guilty. While I have a duty to defend them as their lawyer, coming clean might win them a reduced sentence. Should I defend them to the end or try convincing them? We're gonna defend them to the end. A fruitless defense. I continued defending my client, but was unable to prevent a guilty verdict against the overwhelming evidence. Pleading not guilty only ended up getting them a harsher sentence, and the resentment in their eyes just made me doubt my own judgment. So yeah, when we're working, we get these like chance cards, which is kind of fun. And they can have good or bad results. I'm not sure what the consequences are of either the good or bad results yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. And also for some reason, it's telling me that I cannot open the fridge. It's been telling me this for a day or so now, and I don't know why. So one thing that I have noticed now, the game hasn't been officially released. This is an early access copy. So there could still be bugs and stuff like that. I am noticing that there are quite a few bugs that I do encounter from time to time. And this is a new one, though. This is not one that I've encountered. They do have a few different things that you can do to help sort of troubleshoot the bugs. Like you can reset your sim. But yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I know exactly what to do here. And I have no idea what's blocking because we've been using this fridge for days just fine, no problem. So I'm going to go over a little bit of what I've learned of the game so far. Some of you I know might be interested in the game itself. And also I'm going to introduce you to our current family. So this is Annabelle Young. I don't think that her last name actually is supposed to be Young, but I think, oh yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, sorry. I got confused. Yes, this is Annabelle Young. She is my, I guess, main character, I would say. And she moved in with her roommate, Amanda Yoon. So her and her roommate, Amanda, are childhood friends, and they have been living together for pretty much their whole lives, because basically Annabelle, she kind of like, I don't know her family situation fully. I haven't come up with the lore for it, but I know that she basically is estranged from her family. I don't know if maybe something happened to her parents even, but she basically grew up as like Amanda's sister, and grew up being sort of raised by her family, essentially. So they've lived together for years, like since they were, children. And they were raised as sisters, and then they moved out together, and they decided to become roommates. And in that time, though, Amanda decided that she wanted to get married. She met a guy, Turner, who's at work right now, so I can't introduce you to him, but we're focusing on Amanda. So the three of them actually lived in an apartment together when I first started playing. And whenever I get a new game like this, or like a new Sims expansion pack, I do usually like to have a fairly large group of folks, and because I want to experience what it's like to be single as well as to be married. That's kind of was my reason that I made this family the way that they are. So I was playing with a couple and then with a single sim. They have recently moved into this house, and the reason is because Amanda became pregnant with Malcolm. I don't know why Malcolm's last name is right. I'm pretty sure I gave him Amanda's last name, and I'll tell you why in a second. So this is little baby Malcolm. Right now, Annabelle is sort of babysitting him because it feels like Annabelle can't do anything right now, actually. Let me try and reset her. So when you're having issues like this, they do give you some tools that you can use. So if you go into the guide, you can do this emergency rescue, and then you click on the sim, and it resets them basically for you. And that can help with a lot of different issues. So, I also don't know how to get out of this mode right now. So yeah, so this is Annabelle. This is their house that they moved into. I did get this house off the gallery, or whatever the equivalent of the gallery is in this game. So I didn't build this myself, and this is not an in-game house. I will definitely make sure to make a list of the creators that I used for this. Yeah, so for some reason, she can't get to the fridge still. So let's go into Pocket Market and let's order some oyster ceviche. There we go. How do I get out of this mode where I'm not walking around as her? Yeah, so when something like this happens, you can get food delivered. And then it gets delivered instantly in one of these little packages, and it gets put in your inventory, and then you can pull it out of your inventory and eat it. There we go. So we're gonna eat these oysters. Now, I kind of found it really interesting the way that you build a Sim's personality. So, the way you build a ZOI's personality. I'm gonna mess that up a lot. The way you build a ZOI's personality. So here, the first thing that you do is you pick basically only one trait, but the way that the traits work is they give you a bunch, like it's a very, very detailed trait. So it almost makes me think of like Myers-Briggs personality, and I think that it kind of has like the flexible, like the two there's like a fixed and then a more flexible version of each personality. To me, that's what it looks like, but I'm not an expert on this stuff. So for Annabelle, she's a dreamer, calm and tranquil. The keywords are easygoing, affable, indecisive, composed, passive, principled. Her values, now when you play and based off of how you play, typically they'll have one value that they value above all the others, but basically a dreamer typically will have one or multiple of these values. So there's coexistence, safety, rule abiding, and traditionalist. I know for Annabelle, she seems to prioritize safely above all else. And then a description for the personality trait is the dreamer prefers maintaining peace and avoiding conflicts, hoping their current comfortable state will persist. They detest disruptions to harmony and order, and carefully pursue perfection to safeguard their peaceful realm. However, their passive attitude often hampers practical action. They are naturally kind and inclined to assist others, which makes them excellent counselors. Despite this, their clear sense of purpose and lofty ideals can sometimes lead them to feel superior to others. Characteristics: prioritizes inner peace and displays a philosophical nature, frequently feels lethargic, tranquil feelings last for a long time, and sleep gauge decreases quickly. So that is her personality. Now, based off of the based off of the trait, you do have the option to pick a desired life for your ZOI. So, and you can see there's like a ton of options that you can pick from. And it is really, I've had a lot of fun going through and reading all of these. And so for her, she's chosen a life of tranquility. It seemed to really align with her personality trait. Just because the traits align with the desired life, you don't have to pick that one. So I could pick a life of excitement for her, for example. But I did choose to pick a life of tranquility. It aligns very much with the personality that I imagine that she has. And it says, seeks to achieve peace of mind by breaking free of all stress and conflict, aims to maintain inner peace and mental well-being by leading a stable and harmonious life, aspires to share peace and happiness with those around them. Values aligns with traditionalist and safety. That's probably why she values safety so much. Ambitions aligns with tranquil mind. And skills aligns with rhetoric, fitness, cooking, housework, and gardening. So those are the typical skills that this lifestyle align with. And preferences aligns with yoga, vegetarian diets, plants, health, and piano. So again, these are sort of like the recommended, well, not recommended, but they're typically what kind of align well with this desired life, or what can help get you to achieve a life of tranquility. But you don't have to pick these things as you're playing. So for her, you'll see I did actually select her preferences. Each character can have up to 10 preferences, and preferences include likes and dislikes as your total. So you could have 10 dislikes, you could have 10 likes, you could split them evenly, have 5 and 5. For her, I think she only has 1 or 2 dislikes and everything else are likes. Some of my other characters, I've given them more dislikes than likes. So it really depends on the personality also of the character that I'm imagining. So for her, she likes yoga, she likes vegetables and cake. She does not like meat. She likes plants and animals, everything in nature, basically. She enjoys dancing. She likes reading novels and art books, and she also likes bathing. So that is everything that I have given for her as her preferences. She does get these urges. All of them will get these urges. They don't come up a lot. So whenever they do come up, I do like to try and complete them if I can. Some of them I haven't figured out how to complete yet. And there's not a ton of information. Like, there's a few things I've Googled, and people don't always have the answers yet, just because again, like, this game is in early access. It's not like fully released, I don't believe. So yeah, not a lot of people probably are playing it or have the answers. Now, when you do complete these, you get these meow points. This cat basically runs this town, this guy here, this cat. And where's this music coming from? And then with this meow store, you can go through and buy these donuts. These are like the potions in Sims. So they can both help with your needs, either increase or decrease them. They can also help you with either freezing your needs so they don't go down, or speeding up how quickly they decrease. You also have karma in this game. I don't know entirely what karma does just yet, but I know that having bad karma is bad. And you get an alert every night about people in the whole town that have bad karma. So yeah, there's tons of donut. I don't know even, I haven't even looked through all of them. Oh, I'm just gonna turn down the game sound a little bit. Yeah, sorry, it's really loud. Let me turn that down. Yeah, so I haven't looked through all of them, but yeah, I haven't actually bought a single donut or used a single donut, but it is interesting. So I guess really you don't need to, I don't know why I try to complete these because I'm not even using them for the donuts, but that's what they're for. And then they all also like to build skills. I think it's only showing me their top 4 skills, but she has other skills as well that she's developed. And her top skills are gardening, fitness. So she's max gardening. Fitness is level 7. Rhetoric, which is basically like conversing and stuff, is level 8. And then housework is level 1. There's other skills like charm and cooking and like the mechanic skill. I don't know what it's called in this game, but like the skill to fix objects. And housework is basically a cleaning skill. So there's lots of different skills that you can build throughout the game. And then you also have an ambitions that you can change. You can change it. This is basically like the aspiration, and you can change, like you can swap back and forth between them. I already completed Plant Lover for her, which is the harmony and peace, aspiration, find inner peace and pursue tranquility. And the goals for this were to get to the top of the gardening skill and eventually be able to arrange bonsai trees. And I've actually been selling them with her to make a little bit of extra money. And now I actually switched to do Tranquil Mind. I don't know if it's worth, like, I don't know what the benefit is of completing these. So I don't know if it makes sense to complete both. Each of them has like two paths. I don't know if it makes sense to complete both paths for each ambition, but that's what I chose to do with her. And I'm on the final step of that, where I have to meditate on a yoga mat and relax on a sunbed a certain number of times. So it's going to take me a little while because it actually does want you to do quite a lot. Now, I'm not supposed to be focused on her, so I don't know. Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry, I finally figured out how to free myself from that. Amanda is home. So this is her friend slash sister. And yeah, these two, they were super cute when they first moved in. But I don't know what it is about me, if it's me or if it's just like, there's no mods or anything. And this game could be a very calm, relaxing, peaceful game. But somehow, and from what I've seen, I've started watching other people's gameplay to see if they're experiencing the same thing as me. But for some reason, my Zois seem to be a lot more dramatic than other people's Zois, which I don't know why. I don't know why. I do like, this is actually really cute. You do get to see their thoughts. And sometimes you'll also be able to see what they think of a recent interaction that they had with somebody else. Sometimes I don't know. Hope she likes it. It'd be nice to share something I enjoy. I think she's talking about whatever topic she's bringing up with her friend right now. So Amanda is a very different type of Zoi. So if we look at her values and her skills and everything like that while these two are chatting, for her, she is a perfectionist. She's meticulous and thorough. Keywords are rational, responsible, methodical, principles, ethical, and composed. Values are coexistence, accomplishment, rule-abiding, and traditionalist. For her, accomplishment seems to be her primary value right now that she's really focused on out of all of these. The description is setting high standards for themselves and others. The perfectionist always strives to handle everything flawlessly. Making rational decisions with a fair attitude, their sense of responsibility and justice is strong. Meticulously planning every task, they remain disciplined in pursuit of their goals. They rarely show emotion, so their pursuit of a more perfect life and lasting ideal make them appear aloof. Characteristics prioritizes orderliness and a regular routine, frequently feels nervous, surprise feelings last for a shorter time, and hygiene gauge decreases quickly. So that is Amanda's trait. And for her desired life, I chose a life of advancement for her, which does align with her trait, the perfectionist. Seeks continuous growth and self-improvement by focusing on personal development and learning new skills. Strives to become a better version of themselves, finding fulfillment in productive pursuits, aspires to enrich their life by embracing lifelong learning. And values aligns with challenger and accomplishment. Ambitions aligns with competent talent. Skills are skills that align well with this desired life are rhetoric, critical thinking, programming, and fitness, media, and production. And fitness, programming, fitness, and media production. This "and" shouldn't be here. That's like a weird typo, I think. And then preferences that align well are jogging, coffee, carnivorous diet, self-help books, and cleaning. So that is Amanda. I have also selected all of her preferences. So for her, she likes bathing and she likes cleaning, especially because it does say their hygiene goes down quickly. I think that she would really like to work hard to try and stay clean. She likes dancing. This is something I tried to have the two of them have in common, but I feel like, as you'll see, they've grown apart a little bit. So I might end up switching this for both of them. She dislikes gaming, she dislikes sweets, and she dislikes junk food, but she likes coffee and she likes vegetables. She also likes yoga, another thing that they both have in common, and she likes boxing. So those are her preferences. And for her, she is a junior lawyer currently. You'll see that Annabelle is unemployed. She actually was doing a university degree. I'm not too sure what happened, but she no longer is doing it. So I think that means she's graduated. I just did a bunch of stuff after her last school day because you do get homework after each school day. She had extra homework the last time I noticed. It was a lot more than usual. So I don't know if that means now she's done her degree, and with her degree, I don't know if that means that she can get a better job. So we're going to figure that out for her. Or sorry, we weren't on Annabelle. Sorry, Annabelle's the one that did a degree. So, but yeah, you'll see it's the same thing here. Like university, she can't apply for another degree. So I'm guessing that means she's finished the degree. And I don't know if that means we're going to be able to start a job at a higher level. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Also, this is their home address, but one thing that I think is really cool that I know for sure if you're Canadian, you'll appreciate, and probably I think there's a lot of other folks that will appreciate this too, but you can tick off whether or not your Zois wear their shoes indoors. Obviously, where I live, it's very weird to me to see people wearing shoes indoors, and that's something I kind of wish worked better in Sims. We do have that option now, but it doesn't work super well. So anyways, I've made sure that my Zois don't wear their shoes indoors, and it works really well as a feature. I haven't seen any glitches with that. So, and it also shows you how clean the house is. So for cleaning, they can all clean. You just have to have the cleaning tools in the house. And I do have a broom, a mop, and a vacuum. Those are all the cleaning tools that are available to them. And then you simply can click on your Zoi, your active Zoi, and they can go ahead and do cleaning. So I'll have Annabelle use the broom, and then Amanda is going to vacuum. There we go. So they're going to each do a little bit of cleaning to help get the house into a better state. There's some objects you can clean as well, like the table and the bathtub. Those are the two items so far that I've discovered you actually do clean. Eventually, the furniture will get into a worse state. It gets wear and tear, and then you can do some furniture maintenance to try and get it a little bit nicer again. And then the other thing you have to do is you have to wash your Zoi's clothes. If you don't wash them, then they will get dirty on your Zois. So you do need to make sure that they're regularly washing their clothes. What does she want to do? One of her things is wants to box. Okay, I'll have her do all of these there. So she can do a little bit of boxing. So yeah, and then for the final Zoi in the house, which is Turner, I think he's home maybe? No, he's not home yet. So Turner, you'll see when he comes in, he is a leader. So that is his main trait, honest and bold. Keywords: confident, daring, dominant, independent, composed, and easygoing. And his values are authority, safety, autonomy, rule-abiding. His values seem to fluctuate a little bit. And I get a notification every time whichever one is sort of the most in the lead switches. But right now, I think his main value is authority. So that tends to be the one that he's most focused on. Description: the leader possesses both strength and confidence along with stability and composure. While they listen to others' opinions, they also strongly and decisively advocate and defend their own views. They exhibit leadership by protecting those around them and generally maintain a kind and accommodating demeanor. However, they quietly evaluate others and have a strategic and careful approach. Additionally, when anger surges, they tend to explode suddenly and with intensity. Characteristics: enjoys opportunities to exercise leadership, frequently feels confident, annoyed feelings last for a long time, likes discussing business and builds family relationships easily. And then for him, his ambition right now is to stay healthy. And there's 3 different paths for this. I almost picked Fitness Master, but I ended up picking Master Chef. I kind of wanted a Zoi that liked to cook, and I am on level 3 for him. So we are almost done this, but each level does take quite a while, and the last level is going to take us a little while because he has to cook 30 meals, and because I can't reach the fridge right now, it's going to take me even longer. For his preferences, I set all of them. So he likes ball sports and strength training. He likes street food and spicy food. He doesn't like cake or vegetables. He doesn't like taking photos, and he doesn't like painting. He does like self-help books, and he likes cooking, of course. So for him, he's got a lot more dislikes, you'll notice. I don't think I went over Amanda's likes and dislikes. And what else? Oh yeah, his skills. So his skills are a little bit more focused. His cooking is quite high too. I don't know why. You can't I don't know, you can't see all their skills, I don't think. Is there any way I can scroll? No. Yeah, so these aren't actually even his top skills, because I know his cooking is level 9 right now, but his fitness is also level 9. His rhetoric is level 5. There's a charm. His charm skill is quite high too from all the self-help books he's read. He has performance level 3. I don't even know how he got that, and housework level 3. So all of the Zois do help out with housework. But definitely Amanda does it the most consistently. I think she's really a neat freak, and but Turner does like to clean quite a bit as well. So, and then for him, he wants a life of respectability. So again, this aligns with his trait, which is leader. Seeks to uphold and realize their beliefs, aims to abide by self-determined principles, devoting their will and skills to proving their merit. Aspires to make achievements that will bring them pride and renown for years to come. Values that suit this life are autonomy and authority, neither of which right now actually his value that or ambition, which is next gen leader, that's not the one that we have selected. So his is the only one I think that does not align with his main trait. But skills are rhetoric, critical thinking, fitness, media, production, and coffee art. We don't have any coffee art. I don't have anyone with a coffee art skill because it requires equipment that, since we've only had small places, we haven't had space for. And preferences that align well are jogging, coffee, carnivorous diet, self-help book, and laundry. So, I actually don't know how to send them for a jog. That I haven't figured out either. And for him, he is a corporal, so he's in the army. I was trying to think of what job out of the options I had available would gain him the most respect. I don't know if I've really chosen the best job for him, but anyways, that's the job that I have. And then for Amanda, I didn't show you her desired life. So hers is a life of advancement, which does align with her perfectionist trait. Seeks continuous growth and self-improvement by focusing on personal development and learning new skills. Strives to become a better version of themselves, finding fulfillment in productive pursuits. Aspires to enrich their life by embracing lifelong learning. Values aligns with challenger and accomplishment. Ambitions aligns with competent talent. Skills aligns with rhetoric, critical thinking. Oh, her critical thinking is very high too. She's actually probably my most skilled ZOI. All of her skills are quite high. Programming and fitness, media production. This is weird. They don't put the and before the last thing. I'm just realizing. I think that's like a typo or something. Preferences aligns with jogging, coffee, carnivorous diet, self-help books, and cleaning. So that is her as a junior lawyer. Junior lawyer is the second best, I think, paid job. The top paid job is a criminal. And then, yeah, corporal is whatever, a fine, medium paid job. So Annabelle, she just finished university, so I haven't gotten her a job yet, but that's probably one of the next things that we'll do. And then with a baby, it's very interesting. So he was in his infant stage for like maybe a day. It was not for very long. And he basically was sort of like an object. He popped up in a crib. And you didn't need to take care of him. The only parenting activity you could do with him was to check his temperature. I don't know if babies can get sick. Your ZOIs can get sick. And so one of the objects I learned is very important to have with your ZOI is this first aid kit, because then they can take medicine. And if they don't take medicine, I played for a little bit without having my ZOI take medicine when she had a cold, and she was not recovering. So I don't know if they can get better without medicine. I don't know if there's like natural remedies. I haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, so Malcolm was born. The pregnancy lasted for 3 days, and the infant stage only lasted for 1 day. And now he's a toddler. And now that he's a toddler, we do actually have to take care of him. So he does have needs that go down now. And he had needs that went down as an infant too, but you couldn't do anything about them. Now when his hunger goes down, we do need to actually feed him and do stuff like that. So if we look under parenting, there's a lot of options. Before, all there really was checking their temperature. But there's lots of other things that you can do with them as an infant. So you can dance, you can take a photo of them, take a photo with them. There's lots of really cool interactions you can do even though you don't actually take care of them. And then for ZOIs, they do get some of these unique they get these like unique things that they can do with like unique interactions based off of their values and sometimes their skills or their traits. And I did find it really interesting that because of the values, you're kind of like almost influencing the child based off of the value, like valuing autonomy. You can get them to choose what to eat or choose their own toy. So I thought that was really, really interesting. I also think that I need to move this cushion. The other thing that was interesting is he was born with the perfectionist trait, and like they have skills too, but I don't know all of the skills, like how to increase them. So a lot of these are just kind of like increasing on their own because I haven't done anything specific yet. Physical, I have tried to get him to walk a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be making the physical skill go up at all. So the perfectionist, he was born with this, and this one you can't change ever once you have it in game. Everything else is changeable quite easily, but this trait is not. So I guess the trait is based off of the parent's trait, which is kind of interesting. And I can choose his preferences, but because he's so young, like I'm surprised he already knows he likes novels and doesn't like appreciating art as a toddler. But you know, he can keep those, but I'm not going to fill it all the way up to 10. So we'll kind of let him figure that one out on his own. If I go into build mode here, it's struggling a little bit. Okay, here we go. There we are. Okay, so if I go up a floor, and again, like the navigation and tools, I am a little bit struggling to kind of get used to. But yeah, let me just, can I move this? Because he keeps sleeping like in this weird corner. And I kind of don't think that's a good spot for him. Okay, well, I can change the color of his blanket, but I don't know if I can move him. Am I selecting him? I am, right? Yeah, I don't know. He keeps sleeping like in the wall. Whatever. It's fine. He can sleep there. That's a-okay. It looks like Turner's still at work, and I will show you actually. This is pretty cool. So when they're at work or at university or in like a rabbit hole, you actually can see the different activities that they can do while they're there, and you can have them, you can select like different things that you can do. So there's like plans to take leave, participate in first aid training, and do drills, and they all help like either build different values or skills while they're there. And yeah, I thought that was really neat. And then they do have these like moods. And here, so like we can see right now that Amanda is mainly amused, but she has a few others here too. So if you scroll over these dots, you'll see like what led to her feeling the way that she's feeling. So she is amused from spring cleaning with a hum. You had fun scrubbing and sweeping. Nothing beats some good spring cleaning while you're in a good mood. And also from an energizing activity, which was her boxing. She's also feeling concentrated from a preferred activity, completely lost track of time. Being this focused must mean you are truly happy and enjoying yourself. And because it's under fitness, I think it was when she was boxing. And also show yourself off from accomplishment value. Achieving this much and having others recognize it fills you with self-esteem. And then tranquil, which is from her cleaning spree. So each of them will always be feeling something different. Oh my gosh, where did she go? Oh, she's at the beach. Okay. So if you're wondering how we got to the beach, a nice hello keeps things calm and keeps me connected. If you take a look at your ZOI's personal schedule, they'll have different activities on their calendar. So if they're not working or going to school on a specific day, they'll have like different activities that they'll want to do around town. So, I guess toddlers don't, but you'll see like she has got this beach volleyball tomorrow. She's got Nook Select Shop and then Golden Apple Burger. Like there's all different things. For Amanda, she's going to the amusement park on Friday, and for Turner, he's working. So, and he actually doesn't have anything tomorrow, which is interesting. Then he's going to like the beach on Saturday, and they'll schedule different things, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if I can actually change. I can definitely extend or shorten the window for these things. Oh, it looks like maybe I can. Can I edit where they want to go? Oh, I can. Look at that. I just learned this right now. So I could maybe choose somewhere else that they might want to go. But, you know, I'm fine with letting them decide for themselves. So yeah. It looks like Turner is home, so let's go check him out. And I do have Smart ZOI, which does keep them. Turner right is Oh, I don't know what this is actually. You know, this world is all fake. You're an AI, not human. You want others to know. Okay. But anyways, I do have like autonomy on. So they're pretty good at taking care of themselves and keeping themselves from dying, except for the fact that they can't access the fridge. So here's Turner. Actually, no, wait. I did create Amanda. She's the only Zoi I created. The others I downloaded. So if you're wondering where I download from, if you go onto this Canvas app, there's tons of creators that upload items, and you can go through here and check them all out. And so like if I want to look at female Zois, these are the newest, and I can also sort by like popular and popular today. And then if I see one that I like some of these have really cool hair. I haven't seen this hair. I can download. So it looks like people are starting to create their own hair, which is really cool actually. So yeah, and then I can also like them and stuff. So because I was feeling kind of lazy, well, not lazy, I was just excited to play the game. And you know, I'm more of like a game player than a builder or creator in Sims. And I kind of feel the same for this game. So I did download everything. I downloaded the house. Their first apartment was an in-game apartment, but I downloaded this house for them and we put it on an empty lot. And then I downloaded Turner. I didn't make any changes to Turner. And I downloaded Annabelle as well, but I did make some changes to her. So yeah, there's loads of great creations on there. I think Turner looks super realistic, and I know I could take the time to make Zois that looked realistic, but I'm not at the point yet where I want to take time to do that because I'm just so interested in discovering this world. So yeah, that is basically the background. It took a long time for us to get through that. But now where we need to get is where we're at now in the relationship. So you'll notice that these two were kind of fighting, and even I think we saw a little bit that Amanda and Annabelle were not having the best interactions either when they were both at home. So basically what happened was Amanda saw, so Turner actually tried to flirt a little bit with Annabelle early on when they were first living together. Now, Annabelle was constantly getting upset with him flirting with her and would say no, and was not close with him otherwise. Like, they weren't even friends. But she was really close friends with Amanda. But Amanda tends to get like lots of feelings of insecurity, and I think you saw that that is a part of her trait, that she can feel quite insecure sometimes. So I think maybe she saw the flirting or something and she was feeling really insecure, and she actually started flirting with this guy Omar. Which, is Omar still here? Where is he? Yeah, Omar. So she started flirting with him, and she's gotten up to being a true love with him. There's also a business relationship, which I don't entirely understand, but I think it's like more of like a supporting each other in their professional lives than like actually being a business relationship. And then there's their friendship. So there's like 3 different relationship categories for everybody. So they started becoming close, and then she would send him secret texts, which you can actually do when you click on them and go on the smartphone. You can do this, send secret text. And then he caught her sending a secret text and he got really upset. And so at some point after they moved into this house, which they haven't been here very long, and it's since she's been pregnant, all of a sudden Annabelle and Turner did start flirting, and she started accepting his advances. So you can see like they got really high. They're like true loves now. And Amanda got very upset by this. So, oh, they also have a family category typically if you're married. So because they're married, they also have a family category instead of a love category. And you can see that their family relationship level is dysfunctional. They're not at estranged yet, but love is missing. The family needs to show more love towards each other. Support and understanding are essential. Starting positive conversations is key to improving the relationship. And I'll say too, like, without me controlling these two, they always fight. Like, they're always fighting. You can even see here, what are we saying? Demand to know who they contacted. Yeah. So he wants to know what happened here. Who was she texting? He's not very happy with her. So yeah, these two built a relationship. Interestingly, Amanda tried to divorce Turner and Turner refused. So if we take a look here at their relationship history, this is pretty cool. You see here, shocked when the divorce was refused, no idea how to handle it. Now you have to make sure to keep an eye on your ZOIs because they'll have this like reel of recent memories. Confirming love shared with family, made emotions overflow, felt certain we shared a deep connection, felt overjoyed after seeing their heartfelt reaction to me nervously announcing the pregnancy, faced the reality that this was a family in name only, worse than strangers. And so you don't know who between the two of them, they'll have the same memories. So you don't know like who initiated what. But this, I know, for example, this was Amanda announcing the pregnancy to Turner. This was, I can't remember who realized and changed the relationship where the family was like, that brought the family relationship lower. But I know that Amanda asked for the divorce and Turner refused. And then you can see a relationship log here. Suddenly realized now how obvious it was that we weren't a real family anymore. Was shown just how well they understood and respected me. The conversation felt truly meaningful. Was unsettled by the way they stared at me and couldn't figure out what their problem was. Felt little desire to get to know them after seeing them get angry for no apparent reason. I think this was Amanda towards him. Drifted too far apart to turn back and became convinced divorce was the only answer, only to be stunned by their refusal. So they do provide these logs with all the relationships, which are really cool, but unless you're paying attention, you might not know who initiated what. This, I remember this. He tried to kiss her and she refused him. So yeah, you can kind of scroll back and forth. And then the other really cool thing is that they do get these text messages. So who am I on right now? These are Amanda's text messages. So you'll see here, like if we go up, they had these positive text messages back in the day. Yeah, they're fighting. So yeah, they had these positive text messages back in the day. And, they would say like, you're the most lovable person in the world. And she'd say, I'm glad that I married you. Just knowing you exist makes the world feel more beautiful. Then she said, I love you. I wish you could live forever. And he said, thank you for cherishing me from the bottom of my heart. Just knowing you makes the world feel beautiful. Then here she said, you enriched my life, my love. And he said, you're really getting on my nerves. So this is where things started to turn. And then here, when he was actually out with Annabelle, she said, where are you? Tell me now. He didn't answer. Then when she was out with Omar, or there's another guy now, Orlando, that she's seeing. This was when she was pregnant. He was like, where are you? Tell me now. And she goes, what do you think of me? What is this all of a sudden? Do you think I'm hiding something? And he goes, yes, you are. My friend told me they saw you. What are you up to? And here she says, it feels like you're about to leave me. It hurts so much. And he goes, not really, ? So not very sympathetic. Now here he's going, where are you? Tell me now. So we're just going to answer with question marks. You always get 3 responses. One is sort of like the more positive. One is usually pretty neutral. And then one is like a negative. So we'll just put these 3 question marks. I'm curious to see how he reacts. And he says, did you not see me? Okay. And then she has a message from Omar. Omar actually came over last night and brought a bottle of wine that's on the table right now. He just kind of left it there. He says, I promise to find you again, even in the life after this one, which is cute. So we're going to reply positively. And he goes, I treasure every moment with you with a thumbs up, which is kind of funny. So yeah, their phones are pretty cool. I like the text messages a lot. I think it will be cool over time if they add lots more variety as to what messages people can send back and forth. You can toggle the map. You can host events or schedule events. So you can like throw a party, for example, a birthday party or a wedding or just like a regular neighborhood party. I threw a neighborhood party the other day and it actually didn't let me choose who to invite. So I just picked like the activities and then random people just kind of came over. You can also schedule a date, and then it's really cool because they have scripted interactions that you can do for each of these events, and then you can also do your own interactions. Oh look, she's able to access the fridge now. I have no idea what was going on. So yeah, that is what is going on between them two. So that is quite complicated. For Turner, if you take a look at his relationships, I've been trying to make him some friends. I feel like he needs some friends. So he's got this friend, Emerson. He also somehow is making friends like with Omar, even though Omar is the reason that his wife sort of drifted away. He's got this Tae-jun friend. And then if you take a look at his relationship with Annabelle up here, you'll see that they have like still a very high love, peer, and confidant relationship. And he also has a loving relationship with his son. Speaking of, we should probably check on the son. And then for Amanda right now, she's got Orlando and Omar that she's into. Now, we actually had we were basically at a mutual crush with Omar for the most part, but she didn't really take it any further than that until basically when she realized that he was fully cheating on her with Annabelle, her best sister / friend, who, by the way, she still has a good relationship with Annabelle, which I find a little bit surprising. Like, they're still BFFs. Oh yeah, now she's annoyed, I think, because he's probably cheating on her right now, and wouldn't divorce her. But yeah, they still have like a pretty good relationship, shockingly, which I might need to change because I don't know if that's realistic. But once that happened, she ended up meeting Orlando and they hit it off really quickly. And so I had her build a relationship with him. But once she had built that relationship, Omar basically came back into the picture and he was constantly texting her about wanting to hang out and wanting to see her. And he himself invited himself over, basically. He said he was coming over last night and he brought this bottle of wine, which they didn't get to, but he basically hung out the whole night. It was kind of funny, actually. I couldn't get him to leave. So he's like really into her, which I think is nice. Like, Orlando hasn't really made any effort to pursue us, but Omar definitely has. And I think that that's something that Amanda really needs. And like, she's really smart and talented. She has like a great job. She's very successful and she's like skilling up like nobody's business. And she's also a really great mom, I've noticed. Although, I don't know, I feel like the baby's a bit neglected right now. What are you doing here? Just sleeping. Is the baby hungry or anything? Oh no, the baby's fine. Okay. So yeah, Amanda's great, and she definitely deserves better than Turner. As for Turner himself, I think, like, I don't know exactly what Annabelle was thinking with him, why she ended up accepting his advances after a little while, but he's definitely not the only guy that she has on the go, because she also has Dane, who is really into her. He sends her gifts like every day. I didn't even know that this guy, Alan, who's his roommate, had some romance with her. But basically, Damon, she met him at a park and they hit it off like right away, basically, like immediately, I will say. So you'll see first impression, tried setting the mood, but ended up feeling like I might have overdone it. Lifted by, so this was like her introducing herself, but by the end of their conversation, she said that lifted by connection that left both of us feeling good. The thrill of feeling truly connected was undeniable and felt pure joy in our connection and wished that our love could last forever. So they got like really close really, really quickly. But I basically left them together for not a long time, and all of a sudden they started having these like negative interactions, shaken by the chill in their tone. The thought of it being like this from now on was even more upsetting. Felt uneasy as we struggled to understand one another, even though we were speaking about the same thing, and faced with such indifference, the realization that things no longer felt the same left a sense of disappointment. So she's not feeling great about their relationship together. And these are, I'm pretty sure, her feelings. You can kind of tell, and I'll show you how you can tell which Zoe is feeling which way. And And so anyways, his roommates though are all really hot. And so that is, Dane is one of his roommates, and like they instantly hit it off, and he's been sending her lots of gifts, which is great. And then Justin also, she has his other roommate, she has like a little bit, she didn't really talk to him for very long, but he was really into her when I was there. You could tell by the thought bubbles that were popping up. So he appreciated, these were all his things. First impression, this was hers. Looked kind, and giving them a bright greeting just felt right. Then he felt appreciated the unexpected empathy they showed towards what I had to say. And then he also realized just how much there was in common. It made everything feel closer. And then here they resolved to be best friends. Nothing could stand in our way. And his thought bubbles, like, you know, when you see the thoughts above, their inner thoughts, his was that he wanted to go to bed, but he found Annabelle really interesting. So he kept chatting with her. So she's got a few different options on the go. Things with Turner, let's take a look. I don't think there's been any like, oh yeah, there has been some negative conversations back and forth. Not a ton though. Not as much as between him and Amanda. They fight a lot. So I don't know what she's thinking, but she's definitely not settling for any one guy. She is taking her time to explore as many options as possible. And she's been basically just selling bonsai trees and doing yoga. So I think like she really doesn't have any preference. She's just like taking her time to figure out who is actually gonna treat her the best. Yeah, see, like Dane's been texting her these really nice messages. She's vegetarian. We'll do some salad. I just want to keep spending time with you. That's my biggest wish. She barely talked to this guy too. I'm just letting you know. I finally understand how well you've protected me, and don't forget, I'll always be there for you. If we look at her other messages, see, like Justin sent her a gift too after just meeting her. And then Damon, even during our date, they did go on an actual date. Even during our date, I kept wanting to show you exactly how I feel. How are you this lovable? Today was beautiful. I'll cherish both the time we spent together and the gift. When will we meet again? Even if the wait is long, I'll be here when that day comes. So she's been getting a ton of gifts. I don't know who sent it to her, but somebody actually sent her an iPad as a gift, which if you've been watching other ZOIs, or other people playing with their ZOIs, a lot of the times the gifts that they get from people are like these little cat toys. They're usually little toys, basically. Why are we feeling uncomfortable, by the way? Oh, from low needs. Okay. But yeah, I think everything's in her bag right now. Yeah, so she got this like toy car and flowers and cat doll. And then she also got a tablet. So I don't know who gave her the tablet, but that's a pretty nice gift if you ask me. So yeah, that is the overview. It is 9 p.m. So I'm gonna get everybody ready for bed. These two are fighting per usual and getting each other all riled up. But again, they're not divorcing. So I will catch you all up in the morning. So it's morning and we're just getting up. The sunlight is just really nice in this house. And I do actually enjoy a little bit like how you can just kind of like walk around with your Zois in the world. It's like, it's a little bit of a different experience than in Sims. Like just the way it feels almost like you yourself are the Zoi walking around. And even when you switch views, you can make it even more just immersive in terms of like walking around with them. So here we are brushing our teeth. I think she's the first one up. Yeah, so Amanda's still sleeping. Malcolm, I believe, is sleeping. I'm gonna have to not do this view. Yeah. I tried to move him. He did initially fall asleep over here where his bottle is. I did move him, but he went back in. He's glitched back into this corner. It really wants him to just stay there all the time. I don't know why. And then I think Turner's up. Yeah. So Turner likes to start his day with a workout typically. And I do see here that he wants to get a tan. That's his urge. But yeah, he typically starts his day with a workout. And then I have him cook meals for everyone in the family. Just because it's part of his, not aspiration. What do they call it again? Part of his ambition right now. So he does tend to cook everybody's meal. Interestingly, I'll also have him wash his laundry because his clothes are going to get dirty soon. But yeah, it's interesting. You can only cook one meal at a time. And then there's only a couple of dishes where, like pizza, for example, you cook like a whole pizza. So there's more than one. Everything else though that they cook is a single serving. So you can't really like cook like the pancakes or whatever. You can only do a single serving of pancakes. And then when your Zois cook, they don't automatically start eating the meal. So you actually have to get them to eat the food after they've cooked it. So I can line up like three cooking. I can line up all the cooking for him, and he's not going to eat it or anything. I don't have to like pay attention. I can just let him cook. And you can see the house gets dirty. Like it needs a lot of cleaning. It's already dusty and stuff like that. You can see. So yeah, definitely managing the tasks, the household day to day. Like I find it's like a little bit more work. But at the same time, the days do go slower. You can set how long your days are in a Zoi game, but like I find it's definitely longer. The days are longer, so there is enough time for you to like do a workout and not miss work. For example, like they won't be late for work just because he's doing like a full workout. And then Annabelle, she came out here to do some yoga and meditate, which is, again, as part of her, not aspiration, her ambition. And then also to nap on the sunbed. So that's what she's doing. Now, she doesn't have a job, so she is at home. And I am okay with that because somebody needs to stay home with the baby. Both Amanda's going to work today. I don't think Turner works today, actually. Turner, do you work? Let's check. Where's your cell phone? Okay, so let's see. What will he make? Let's make an egg omelet to start. And then Amanda, here's to another day of getting everything done perfectly. Amanda, typically, whether I control her or not, she likes to start her day with cleaning. So you can see she came straight down to clean the table. So I do tend to have her go ahead and do her vacuuming and mopping. And then I do check her needs. So she's hungry, but he's going to cook her breakfast for her. And then she will come and use the bathroom too, because she does like to be like nice and clean. Actually, I think I'll have her use the bathroom upstairs because she can take a shower. I feel like a bath is more so for the end of the day. You don't really start your day with a bath. So there we go. Why is she feeling uncomfortable? Is she sick? Slightly hungry. Okay. So that will be all better soon. So once you've made that omelet, you're going to go ahead and make another omelet. You're still out here, but you're pretty hungry. Why don't you... Can she help a little bit with the cleaning? Maybe we can throw out... I see some bottles lying around the house. Maybe she can clean up the bottles like this. There, clean that up. One thing you do have to be careful of is that after a Zoi eats, they typically put their dishes away, like they tidy them up, but they will clean up plates of full food as well. Like they won't just clean up the empty plates. They also grab, they really like things very clean, Zoys. So it doesn't seem to matter. I haven't had anyone live in the household who doesn't like cleaning yet. But I only have, the only Zoe who likes cleaning is Amanda. My other two are neutral to it, yet they will still clean up everything, including dishes that are full of food. So it's very interesting. We're going to have to make one more meal there so that all of the adults can eat. And then she is tidying. Let's throw this bottle out to clean up. There we go. I need you to actually eat so that you have time to eat before you work. So we might, oh no, she needs a shower today. And then we were going to check if Turner's working. I'm not sure if he is. Check his schedule. So he doesn't have anything on today. I probably canceled it so that he could wash the baby. What are you doing? Moving away? We'll make one more egg omelet. So that one I believe is Amanda's. So you have this one. Amanda does also like to work out typically, but I don't think she's going to necessarily have time today. But she'll still have time to eat at least. She did get up in the night once to check on the baby. And also I've noticed that she no longer, like, she always wears her work outfit. She doesn't wear her every day anymore. But I don't know if that's because she aged up into an adult, like if it changed her outfit. So I might take her to like take a look at her outfits a little bit later today when she's home. And then I can show you the Zoe dressing room or whatever they call it. I'm not too sure. For Annabelle as well, I do think maybe we want to mature some of her outfits. I don't know if I can see their ages. Maybe I can see it when I take them to the wardrobe. But blindsided by talk of divorce. Yeah, I don't know if I can see. Oh, here it is. Adult. Yeah. So he's become a full adult. I only got a notification that Amanda became a full adult, but that might have been because I was playing Amanda that it showed me her notification, because I didn't get notifications for anyone else aging up. And that actually includes Malcolm when he aged up into a toddler. Like, there was no notice. Yeah, so Annabelle's an adult as well now. What are you doing up here? Oh, playing with your toys. Look at this baby. One thing, so if I were to compare this to the Sims game, I've played all the Sims games at this point. Sims 3 is the one I've played the least probably, but this Zoe game really makes me think the most of Sim 3, I would say. So if you're a Sims 3 lover, I think probably this game is the most similar to Sims 3. I think it takes a lot more inspiration from Sims 3 than from like Sims 4, for example. But it's also a different vibe. It's much calmer. Like, they're much less, like, they're pretty, they feel more like their own beings. Like, they seem like almost like they have a little bit more intelligence to me. Like, I feel like I could just not touch them and watch them do everything, and I don't have to worry about them dying. Whereas in Sims, especially with the older games, Sims 4, I don't think Sims die as easily. But Sims are quite dependent on you being able to, like, keep them thriving. Not just alive, but also thriving. All right, see, like, her job this is the other thing. They're not worried about being late. Because her job, it says, starts at 9 and it's 9:30, and I just got the pop-up for her to go to work. And she's really unbothered about the fact that she's late. Like, she is taking a cab. I think probably she's not taking transit. Yeah, she's taking a cab. So that's great. And then here we'll be able to see she's preparing a defense, and there's a bunch of stuff that she could do. I could change it, but I just let them do their thing. It automatically switches between the tasks. But yeah, they don't really seem very concerned about like being late ever. So that was something. And the other thing is, like, if I don't get that pop-up for them to go to work, they'll start going automatically. But when I don't get the pop-up, I get nervous because I'm like, I know that she works at 9. So I used to get really nervous when it wasn't coming up, and I was like, why are you not going to work and everything? But it does come up eventually. It's just sometimes it's really late. And the only reason why I get stressed is because there's no option to set, like, I don't know how to send them to work. I need them to send themselves to work. I don't know how to send them. Like, I can't do it. And so, yeah, so that can make me quite nervous. But it is okay. They will go eventually. So you just have to trust the process. I kind of want to bring the toddler downstairs. He's got some different toys down here that he can play with. So I don't know if I should move the toys upstairs or if I should bring him downstairs. I'm going to go up and grab him. Hold the baby. Just bring him downstairs. He's got some cups and stuff. I'm curious, like, if he'll play with them. So, but yeah, as you can see, like, it's a very relaxed vibe. And even with the drama, and again, like, I don't know, I don't think that the Zois are very dramatic from what I've just started watching other people's gameplay, because I feel like I've played the game enough that now I like to see how other people are playing and see if I can learn anything new from their gameplay. But I wasn't looking at anyone else's gameplay at first, and I didn't even really have to, like, do a whole lot for there to be drama in my game. But I didn't, like, discourage it. Like, when they cheated on each other, I did play so that they would keep cheating on each other. Like, I kept it consistent with what they were already doing. But I find other people don't seem to have as much drama as I do. And I have not seen a couple that is, like, happy. They seem to all fight. But I guess that's pretty normal, actually. Like, couples do typically fight. There. Go play with your stacking cups. Sitting feels nice. Maybe I'll read something cool later. Hug is nice. Wonder if mom said something like, wow, that's nice. These thoughts are really well formulated for a baby. Oh, he wants to be tucked in? How do I do that? How do I tuck in? Hold the baby. Affection? Is she gonna do it automatically? Oh, she's hugging him. Maybe I could sing a song? Oh, she's like rocking him a little bit. Okay. I wanted to see if I could do anything right. What are we thinking? A good stretch clears the mind. There we go. Okay, so he's fallen asleep. As far as I'm aware, I can't change like his hair or his sleep or anything. He has his dad's hair, which again, I think is kind of interesting. Now we have some packages out front here. These, I believe, are gifts that were sent to our Zois. So that one's for Turner. That one's for Turner. This one is for Annabelle. So she's going to come over here and open this. Turner, what are you up to? Okay, nothing. I'm going to have him come down here too and check out his packages. So she got another toy car. You can open those too. What do you think about this toy car? It's a small box, but it feels so perfect. I should check if it's in one of those yoga poses later. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I'm glad you like it. Oh, she's browsing in this box. What are you doing? Checking the stock charts. You know what? Don't do that. I want you to go check your packages. You cannot target in a sleep ZOI. That's fine. All right, so I think we're going to, well, he does want to suntan. I don't know, can I do it on this? Or do I need a different thing for suntanning? I think I need a towel to suntan. So I might have to see. They do have towels at the beach, but I'll see if I can get one. Oh, who's that? Is that a friend? Wesley Delgado. I think it's just a neighbor. This gift is invisible. Well, that's good, I guess. These gifts that were sent to Turner were from his friends, I noticed. What are we doing? Talk about what's new in the game. Can you go check that other package? Oh, there it is. Oh, look, it's like a little box of some kind. So one other thing that's cool, you'll see there's like a thing that keeps popping up here about choose the relationship, and you'll see that this one is like highlighted yellow and colleague is blinking. So basically what is kind of interesting, and I actually quite like this about it. Oh, he got a nice stack of books. That's nice. Is that whenever you get to, there's like different milestones for every type of relationship, and they do go up and down. So I have to hover over it. I can't point it out, but you'll see like on friend, there's friend, and then above that is confidant, and above that is BFF, and then below the middle is awkward, below that is stranger, and below that is foe. And it's the same thing for colleague. You have peer, you have colleague, and then you have business partner. And then if you go below the middle, you have guarded, you have rival, and then you have enemy. And then in the romance, you are a mutual crush, you're a sweetheart, and then you're true love. Or if you go below, you're ambivalent, you're uncomfortable, and then you're terrible. So, and then they do have it for family as well. So there's affectionate, close, and loving families, or there's distant, dysfunctional, and then estranged. So what is kind of cool is that for each of these, as you develop the relationship, once you get to like mutual crush, once your bar gets high enough where it's at mutual crush, your relationship will stop progressing at that point until you make a decision as to whether or not you want to continue to increase the relationship or if you want to decrease the relationship. So let's say that you're at a crush stage and you're like, okay, I don't want, like, I like that, you know, I have a crush or I have a few crushes or whatever, and I'm going to figure out who it is I actually want to pursue a relationship. You can still keep flirting with them as like part of your gameplay or your storytelling, and it's not going to actually affect the relationship level. It's not automatically going to get them all the way to like be true loves. You have to intentionally take the step in the relationship between your ZOIs to increase it. So you can see like here, confidant, he is now at a point where he can become Annabelle's BFF. So if we go, and Annabelle is at the same point. So if I go on to Annabelle and I click on him, I can decide to become BFF, or I can decrease and say it's hard to understand sometimes, and that will lower our relationship so we're not at this line anymore. Or I can not do anything. I can just let it keep blinking like that, but then the relationship doesn't progress. It can still decrease potentially, but it's not going to progress. Like it just decreased there. I don't know what he said, but it did decrease. So yeah. I do actually quite like that feature because I find it's more, you know, realistic. You can have a few crushes, or you can be flirting with a few different people, but it's a choice when you decide to take it to the next level. So obviously, I've taken it to a few levels with a few folks. With Annabelle here, I actually thought about she's a vegan, so I have to make sure I pick like salad, I think, is safe for her. Otherwise she gets sick. But I have done it with a few folks for her, and I did think about changing because they do have romance options if you look at the ambitions. So pursuit of love. There's nation's sweetheart. And have 5 true love relationships. And then there's finding like your perfect partner. So I kind of almost like want to do that with her because she's like partway through it. And I don't know if I change it, like, will it get rid of the tranquil mind ambition? But I do find she's changing, and she's an adult now too. And things do change as you get older. So I might actually change this for her. And then maybe we do need, I'm going to choose Nation's Sweetheart. And since we do have to work up to having 5 loves at once, it actually makes sense for us to have several romances on the go. So I do think this works for her. So let's try this one out. And then I'm curious, if I go back in here and I go to Harmony and Peace, oh yeah, it hasn't lost her progress. Even on the 3rd stage, like it's not at 0. So that's cool. So you can actually toggle between these. So, but again, I don't know what the benefit is to completing one. I think you just unlock some interactions. Sorry, for some reason it thinks I'm clicking on him. I want her to eat that salad. No, eat your salad. Don't get something else from the fridge. Whatever, it's too late. She already got something. Oh, goodness. What is this? It does look good, though. Okay, so one thing that is glitched is food sometimes. Sometimes they will stack the food and then one of the food absorbs the other. I've had that happen before. And again, I don't think it really makes sense for when they clean up their dishes that they also clean up the fresh food that was just cooked. I think that might either be a glitch or maybe it's just something that's programmed incorrectly into the game. I'm not too sure, but it's something that I hope doesn't continue, because sometimes, like, if I have her queued up to eat this and he's finishing his food, he cleans it up before she has the chance to eat it. So that is one thing that I've noticed that I don't love. And look at how cute the baby is. Obvious guilt, despite their claims of evidence. Okay, I've gone this chance card twice now, and I picked a different one each time, and I picked wrong both times. So I'm just gonna click whichever. Defending my client to the end revealed that the evidence was less credible than expected. The charges were dismissed, and the verdict was overturned. This case made me feel like my abilities as a lawyer have finally been recognized. Cool. Finally, I actually picked a right choice. Yeah, look, watch. No, don't clean it up. Don't clean it up. Put it down. He would have cleaned that up. And then it would be gone. So I'm going to have him put that in his bag. I don't think food goes bad in their bags, but it does go bad. All right, let's check out your needs. Her needs are pretty good. So let me just quickly go into build mode because I am curious if I can find, like, what was it? A towel? Beach towel. Okay, so I think that he needs this if he wants to suntan. So I'll put that out there. And then let's see, while his baby is still sleeping, let's have him ask someone to apply oil. There we go. And then he'll do a little sun tanning. Here we go. Your nice backyard. He is starting to actually look older. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of cool. I like it. Is she looking older too? If she is, I do think, like, I need to give her... Oh. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Oh. What is this? Our friend called us? We may have our own goals to pursue, but going it together makes me feel stronger. I feel proud knowing we're experiencing teamwork. I believe we can achieve something even greater together. So that's good. Oh, now what is he saying? Tell them not to discriminate. I don't know why he thinks she's discriminating, but just go ahead and tan, sir. Like, just relax. Struggle through even making small talk, calling this a close friendship now would be a stretch. Okay, so she's struggling with him. I am once again like trapped there. I'm not trapped anymore. Okay. All right, so let's have her come up to the wardrobe. What does she want to do? Wants to clean the air purifier. Where? Do we have an air purifier? I didn't even know. I don't know what would be an air purifier in this house. But I'm going to have her come and select her outfits. So we'll take a look at some of the options we have available. We might change her hair too. The braids are cute, but they are a bit young and she's probably gotten older now. Also, what's cool, so the life stages, when they're born, they're like an infant or a baby. I'm not too sure which. I didn't really check actually that specific life stage because it was so short. It was just for a day. And you don't take care of them at that life stage at all. I like to put this filter on in here. Oh, that's a little too bright actually. Never mind. And then they age up into the toddler stage. And then once they're done, there'll be a child, and then there's a teen stage. And then after that, it's young adult, and then there's adult. But then there's an even older adult stage. I think it's called older adult, if I remember. And then there's senior. So I like that there is that extra life stage. I do find like it makes a little bit of sense instead of jumping like right into elder. So now that she's like a full adult, it almost is like maybe you have like your 20s as a young adult, then your 30s as like an adult, then like 30s, 40s as an adult, and then like 50s to maybe like 65 as an older adult. And then senior would be like probably above 65 would be my guess. So, all right, let's just take a look through. I might change her party outfit. Did I get any new outfits? I got some new jeans and stuff. Oh, I remember. I kept this because I liked these little butterfly shoes. I think this is going to be her new everyday. I like that one. Oh no, actually, I like this outfit. Okay, hang on. I'm going to change the top on this to something that's like... I could see her wearing something like this, actually. And then I just like would like to lighten her jeans a little bit, I think. Yeah, that's good. And then for her formal wear, that's fine. Her school wear, she's not going to go to school. That's, I think, she didn't even wear that when she was going to her high school, but I think that's what, or sorry, to her university, but I think that was what maybe it was supposed to be for. I'll give her a little bit of a nicer, no, I don't want that, no. Let me give her a little bit, darn it all. Oh, I don't have options for colors for this. Okay, I see. Yeah, so this also is like Sim 3 if I remember, where you have like a color wheel to do all of this stuff. And you can apply like patterns or textures or anything like that. I like the idea of a blue on her. Maybe I can change her shoes to blue as well. To a similar blue. There, the butterflies will still be pink, but I like the blue. And then I will change her nails. Where are her nails? Here. Sure. Oh, why does she have this ring on? I'm gonna take this off. There. She could wear like these rings instead. All right. For this outfit, I did download some new, I know, like sports outfits. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So let's give her something new to wear that's sporty. No. I want something simpler. Oh. Oh, I like this dress. But no. Okay, here's something simpler. Let's see what's this like. Nike. Yeah, I'm fine with this. She can do this. I'm gonna change her shoes though to like these ones, I think. And does she have socks on? I might remove the socks. Yeah. There we go. Let's make these. Oh, I lost the Nike logo. Okay, well, it's fine. I'll keep it like this. Her bathing suit is fine. She can keep that. We've seen her summer wear a lot, so I guess I will change this. I do kind of like this outfit though. It's pretty cute. And honestly, like some of... It's a struggle to find cute outfits. I've been finding it a struggle. So... maybe I'll just leave it. I'll leave it. I'll change the nails. And then I'll change her hair. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. I had a game crash. No. All right. I'll be right back. All right. So, good news. It actually seems to have offered to restore my edits. Although, yeah, it saved some of the stuff that I was doing. For some reason, that everyday, what did we do for the everyday? I think it's deleted her everyday outfit, which is unfortunate. Oh yeah, she never got to wear this outfit. I want to keep this outfit on her for her winter. So, because I haven't actually played through winter yet. So obviously the Zois, they age up quite quickly, considering. All right, we're gonna give her a completely new outfit. Because the other one, I think it was like a custom one too, and I don't know if I can get it back so easily. Oh, I want her to wear this one for her sportswear. This one. Oh, that's cute, but actually I think the other one suits her more, to be honest with you. there. So you can only give them one outfit, and then you can only have them wear one hairstyle. It has to be the same hairstyle across all their outfits. So I don't know if that will maybe change at some point, because I do like, oh, I also liked this one. I do like my Sims to have like multiple outfits in the Sims game, and it would be nice to have that here too. Oh, I could see her wearing this too. Oh, I don't know. What would she wear? This is cute, but it's not really her. Oh, and this is an outfit by the game now. Yeah, so you can see like the game outfits are a little bit plain, but they do give you some like preset outfits. But there's a lot of, you can do a lot to customize. You can do custom textures and stuff like that. So, but I like to use ones that other people have already customized for me. I'm totally okay with other people doing the work right now. And you can see like in these pop-ups who the author is of any of these. So Paleness, I've got a lot of stuff by Paleness. If you like them, then you can go into here and you can search for that creator and you'll be able to find the same stuff that I'm using. All right, so let's go back. There was two that I saw, I think. This was one of them. What was this? Okay, I'm gonna stick with this. It's similar enough to what she had on before. So it's like aging it a little bit. I didn't expect them to age quite so quickly, although maybe this life stage is a bit longer, I don't know. And then I'm gonna change her makeup a little bit too. So for her highlighter, this glow I have really high. I kind of like it high for her, but I'm just gonna turn it down maybe a little bit. I could turn up her contour. I really like the way that they do the makeup actually. All of these like really do change the shape of the face. So the makeup really does like make a big difference into how they look. Does she have eyeshadow on? She does. I'll leave it. I have a hard time when I try to customize the eyeshadow, it doesn't look right. I'm gonna change her blush. Maybe to this one. But I'm gonna change the color a little bit. And then just going to copy. There. But I'm gonna turn down the intensity just a bit, like that. Can I turn up the gloss? Maybe not too much, but I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. She's a glossy gal. She likes to shine. She likes to shine brighter than the sun. She doesn't have any eyeliner on. I can show you what the eyeliner looks like. I do think that if you don't necessarily have the best graphics on your computer, I feel like this makeup would, I think it might not make like the hugest difference. This is nice. This is like a little bit of glitter. I kind of like this, but I think I want like a pinky red sort of color. Or a pinky white sort of color. Yeah, I like that. And I almost want like a brown for the eyeliner. And then this again, I want like a pinky. Yeah, there we go. And then her gloss, I think, is fine. Maybe I'll just warm it up a little bit. There we go. And then for hair, so yeah, not a ton of hair options. And I don't know how to get the custom hair in the game. I think I have to do like completely from InZOI. And then one thing you really have to do if you don't want to lose your InZOI's hair color, you need to go in and you need to copy the hex code, which is here. So make sure you copy that before you change the hair, because anytime you change the hair, it's going to change the color. See? And then I need to go and paste the color in for her to have the same color as we had before. So let's see. A slick back bun is not her. Do we do some bangs? Take her hair out of the braids and give her some bangs, maybe? This really gives her a different look. For some of these too, what's really cool is you actually can use like the same haircut, but shorten the hair. So in a way, like for some of them, you actually do have more options than what it shows. What's one where I know you can shorten it? There's, if I look at the long hair, this one, I know you can do that with. There. So if we put back in, oh, and then this one though, I would have to do it everywhere, which I won't do right now. But this one, you can like give her a shorter haircut like this. Kind of cool. So yeah, and you can do that with some of these pigtails too. And it kind of looks a little funny, but when you put it in game, it actually doesn't look that bad. So this was the hair that the creator, no, this was, which hair was it? I think it was this one that the creator gave her, the one who created this InZOI that I'm using. I think it's this one that she created her with. Maybe this is what her hair looks like out of the braids. Not too sure. I could see her with this one tied up potentially. I think that looks nice. I don't know if I feel there's not a lot of the other hairs suit her. The braids really suited her. They looked pretty good on her, but I'm going to do this one, I think. So let's see, is there anything else? Any of her accessories that I need to adjust? This outfit I'm not going to worry about. I'm gonna change her boots to that. It just feels more realistic. And also her socks. I don't like that her socks are actually blue. I want like a real sock color, like that. All right, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna change the skirt to white. There we go. But I like the blue coat for her. I think it's cute. And now I really am thinking I need to change her summer outfit just because I have changed everything else and she is a bit older. So what should we do for her? Ooh, I could do something a little bit tighter. It does look a little bit more mature. Does this come? What if I did like a pale blue? As you can tell, I really like her wearing like pale blue. And like a lighter silver. Like we could do something like this. Or if I have some shorts. And I was noticing like the weather gets really hot for them. And I say that with my full Canadian chest. But yeah, their weather gets to like, I think it was like 40 degrees or something like in the summer. That is for me like unfathomable to have like 40-degree weather. That's so hot. I don't even know how one functions with weather that hot, but that is the type of temperature that they're dealing with. So as much as I was like, I could put her in jeans, I don't know how you would wear jeans in like 40-degree weather. I would be doing everything I could to stay cool for sure. Maybe I'll just do like a plain t-shirt and then I'll change the bottoms so it's a little bit more casual looking, because this skirt feels a little dressy for me. And I don't think our girl is like overly dressy, to be honest with you. Maybe just some like regular schmegular like crop shorts for her will be good. Yeah. She's a vision in white. She does like her light colors. Should I give her a hat? This is probably like way more than you wanted to see. I could give her a hat of some kind. Yeah, I kind of like that. But I want it to be more of a white, of course. Like this. There we go. Keep her ears warm. And then we could do some sunglasses. I do find they look a little funny in their sunglasses. Can I make her regular glasses sunglasses? I don't think I can actually. So are these the only sunglass options I have? She actually doesn't look too bad. Can't change the... Yeah, I can't change the lens colors on any of these. All right, I'll give her some sunglasses. I really dislike not having sunglasses myself in the summer. Could also give her like a little cap, but I think I'd have to put her braids back on for this to work. So I'm gonna take it off for now. Maybe by next summer we'll put her braids back on. I don't know. We'll see. She doesn't have any piercings. We could put headphones on her. They have cat ears. These are cute. I do like the cat ears, even though I don't use them. Oh, I will change her nails. Oh, the nails seem to be what is causing me issues. I don't know why. Yeah, the nails is like what's causing things to freeze. I'll change her to just like simple hoops, but we'll put them in silver to match the rest of her jewelry. Main color, sub color. I would like for them all to be a little bit more silver. Let me just copy this. go. There we go. Just a little bit cooler. I just wanted a cooler tone for everything. And I think that's good. So she has a new look. Here we go. I don't know how. Somehow her chin looks very tiny in game to me. It doesn't look so much when we're like working in her outfits and everything. But in game, it just looks like really, really tiny. So I'm going to have her come and wash her clothes. Because like, honestly, if you don't wash them, they get dirty pretty quickly. She's doing a little dance for the baby. Very cute. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to hang out with one of our boyfriends. Which one? I'm not sure. We've got like 3 or 4. But I do think we should hang out with one of them. And, oh, she wants to read a novel. And clean the air. What? Where is there an air purifier in this house? Okay. Well, anyways. Oh, you know what, though? I think a lot of her boyfriends work. So, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's have her read a novel. Secret of the Wizard Family. There we go. Oh, what are you doing with him? Oh, she's rocking him. Not her paying more attention to the baby than the baby's father, who is out here, I believe. Oh, did you get your tan? He's uncomfortable. Why is there so much avoidance? Finding a solution seems necessary. Negative business conversation. Yeah, so he's made himself uncomfortable. Oh, but he's feeling confident from a tan. It's lifted his mood, and he's feeling tranquil from having beat a cold. Okay, that's good. Oh, I forgot they can't reach this bookcase under here. So we need to come upstairs. And I think there's books here. So, Secret of the Wizard Family. Go ahead and read. All right, Turner, what are you doing? And I do want her to schedule a date. We're still not reading our novel. Can we read on our tablet? I think we can read on this. So let's read an ebook. There we go. Oh, these are all read a health book, read a book of quotations. Oh, read a novel. There we go. And what is she thinking about? The tub's spotless now. Okay. She was off to clean the tub, I see. They kind of think what they're doing before they do it. It's a little funny. They have such nice windows in this house. Look at this view. It's so nice. And I do think we'll go into her smartphone. And can I schedule a date? Ooh. Edit. How do I schedule? 7 p.m. We have to talk to someone first. Okay. Well, they should be done work soon, and I think we're going to try and get her on a date. So we need to work on this romance ambition. And then we also need to take a look at her jobs. So if I do take a look here, she studied art. So I'm curious, are any of these, like, do any of these align with like an art degree? Maybe like there's a journalism career. This one. But it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't look like her degree has helped her with any of her careers. So I'm not sure what the benefits are of going to university. It does make her skill up because she has to like do different types of books and do different kinds of homework and stuff like that. So it does cause her to skill based off of the degree, which I guess in theory could help you. But I don't actually think that like Amanda has needed to skill at all for her work progress. It looks like work progress, at least at this stage, we're still in the first stage of the job. But it's all based off of, I think, how many days you've worked. Like, I don't see anything else that like affects performance. So you can see like she's at the junior lure stage, then there's senior lure, and then there's partner. Middle age, that's like the older adult stage. I want you to put this in your bag. Oh, who is talking to whom here? Oh, he's so stressed all the time. He's stressing me. Okay, anyways, we'll go put our tablet in our bags, and then let's see. I think we need to call somebody out. What time is it? 2:30. Where is the event? It's at that shop. This one. What is this? Oh, this is a bank. That's a photography studio. There's a library. Let's see if we can call somebody over. Who's available? Well, let's call Celine over. We could use a friend. And then we can try to be romantic with somebody later. Is what we'll do. Oh, her bracelets are a little wonky there. One thing, so you have to like measure and monitor your ZOI's karma, which I don't entirely know what happens when your ZOI has good versus bad karma, but it seems like when they have bad karma, it can get quite bad because, and all Sims in the world have karma, even the ones I'm not playing. Yay. So, anyways, let's chat. Anything that has this red circle, that gives you bad karma. And then anything that has a blue circle gives you good karma. So, for example, these ones. These all grant your ZOI good karma. Let's ask her about her career. There we go. So we're gonna make a friend. We could use some more friends in our life. She's pretty cute. There we go. Let's see what she says her job is. Her bracelets are super glitched. I'm gonna need to take those off, I think. Oh, we're friends. Did it tell us? Did we learn? I don't think we asked in the end because we don't see her job on there. So here, this is based off of a mood. So because we're feeling tranquil, we can say things based off of that. And then what else? Let's try again to ask about her career. I want to know. I'm curious if, like, how much. I know for sure that even when you're not playing with these ZOIs, they do build skills. I know this based off of the people we're dating and that they have skills, but they don't seem to get jobs. I don't know what they are able or aren't able to do. I don't think they can get jobs, and I don't think that they get into romantic relationships, although apparently they cheat on each other. So probably they can somehow. but I'm just not too sure like how much they live their lives outside of you playing. How is our relationship going with her? Yeah, okay, so we're getting to be pretty good friends with her, so that's good. And let's take a look at this library. If there's anything cool. Yeah, so there's display books, there's a music player, and then I'm so sorry, lots of bookshelves. And then why is this glowing? What is going on here? I can't look at the ceiling. Oh, what is this? Is it just because there's a hole in the ceiling? Like, I don't understand. Coming off that music player. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Interesting that it glows. All right. Oh, these two have had a friendship moment, it looks like. Oh, a colleague. They're colleagues now. See, look, she actually progressed that stage without me doing it for her. So she decided to become colleagues, or maybe the other Zoe did that with us, but I didn't do that. So she actually progressed the relationship on her own. So it is kind of cool, but like Zoes can really figure things out for themselves. They don't really need us. I'm sorry, it's getting late here, so I'm gonna have to go to sleep soon, I think. But let's see. We're a little bit hungry, so I do think maybe we need to travel somewhere else that has food. Oh, it's time for us to go to the shop. So we're gonna travel there. And I'm going to see if maybe we can find one of our love interests and do some romantic actions, or at least call them over to meet us. And then that's probably where we're going to end the part. So I hope you liked getting to see this game. It is pretty fun. It is pretty addicting. It's fun. It's a similar concept, of course, to Sims, but it's also its own thing. And it is a different vibe, I find. It's in a weird way, it's like more real, I think. And there's a little bit more time for you to experience like the world as a Zoe instead of just like focusing on kind of like needs and career and stuff like that. And they're much more autonomous. Like, I really don't think you need to touch them. You could just put them in situations and see what they do on their own. So yeah, it is really cool. I think if I were to compare it to a Sims game, I would compare it to Sims 3, because Sims 3 was very much like that. I found like Sims would get up to their own mischief, and even when you weren't playing them, they would get up to their own mischief. But Sims, I don't think that these Zois, they do much if you're not playing them, but I'm not too sure. So maybe that's something I'll experiment with a little bit. Oh, can I purchase an extra outfit so that she has more than one to wear, I wonder? See, I don't know. I'm still like learning a few things. Oh, Celine sent us a cute text. One thing that also I've noticed is like we don't really need to worry too much about money, because like we still have 3,229 monies. Meows. They're called meows. Yeah, so we still have that many meows, and we have like our really big house. Like, money has never been an issue. You can live a pretty comfortable life as a Zoe. And like, it hasn't been a challenge. But also there is, I think, a money cheat if you go into Psych Hack's guide. I haven't used it yet. Oh my gosh, I just clicked it and I got 100,000. Well, there you go. I didn't know how it works. So that's how it works for you. And they have a customer support tab here too. So, and there's lots of like guides. I haven't actually really looked at these, to be honest. I think I looked at the first quick start guide and I still get confused by the quick start. So, but there you go. You just click that and you get 100,000 meows. So now we're definitely not going to worry about money. But before this, we still weren't worried. Like, I wasn't worried. We were living a very comfortable life. And so, yeah, I think that that's pretty cool. Did we just buy this outfit? Oh, wait. I guess I still have to like go in and customize it. Yeah, let's go edit our appearance. But I wonder if I have 2 outfit options now. So maybe you can have more than 1 outfit, but you just have to pay for the extra. Maybe that's what it is. That's a cute sweater. I wish I had bought that. Okay, so this is still the outfit. Oh yeah, look, I have a second one here. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So I am able to have more than 1 outfit now, it looks like. But I have to set up the second one. Right? Or does it only allow me to have 1? I think it seems to keep the same outfits, like, yeah, it's keeping the same outfit on no matter which one I'm on, even though I have 2. Maybe that's a glitch. I do think there's a few glitches in there that I do come across from time to time. And also I've noticed that the longer I've been playing this save, the more glitches I've been getting. Here, let me just, oh. Okay, I'm gonna give her these bracelets because those ones were glitched. I don't know how they made those ones, but they were glitched. There. Yeah, so I have noticed that the longer I've been playing, like the more glitches I've been coming across. Oh, she's getting something to eat here. What is she eating? Oh, an oat drink. What is this? Grain beverage. Okay, cute. Grain beverage, that's what she did. They do have a protein drinks, which she actually quite likes. She gets a lot of desires to have the protein drink. But let's see, where could we travel and ask somebody to meet us? There is sort of like a restaurant at this hotel, but when I've invited people here before, they've gotten stuck in the bathroom, and the bathrooms are divided by sex, so I can't get to them in there. There is the beach, which has some cool food trucks. Same thing with the amusement park. I haven't been to the fortune tellers yet. Maybe I should go here. It would be kind of cool to visit a fortune teller with somebody. It looks like of my love interests, Damon is the only one available. Dane is not. Alan is available. We only have a little bit of romance with him. Justin is not. Yeah. So of the ones that she's romancing or has like a developed relationship with, he's the only one. So let's invite him to meet us at the fortune teller. and have like a little bit of a mini date slash meetup. I do want to show you how the dates work because they are cool. I'm just kind of trying to show you some of the cool stuff that I've learned. So if ever this was something that you were curious to try, if you're a simmer and you want to try something different, I want to go over some of those things with you. Or, you know, if you want to stick to Sims, or maybe if you're new to life simulation games like this and you don't mind, and maybe this is going to be your first one that you try. I don't know. Okay, good. So there is like a food menu and a drink menu here. I don't know. Okay, so here, get a tarot reading or study. Crystal ball. Oh, we can check our love horoscope. Let's check that. Hope I didn't over slump that slice, but it's not very... But it's not my fault I'm starving. Okay. Is this the fortune teller? Nora Griffin? Yeah, I can't go through the door. So I'm guessing this is like a staff door. Yeah, she must be the fortune teller, I'm guessing. What is this? Oh, that's the cake. What are we doing? Oh, we're friendly greeting her. We're just doing a chat. The higher the expectation, the greater the disappointment. I also don't think that guy came to meet us. Okay, let's order cheesecake because we're really hungry. Is there anything else that we can look at? This is like a little kitchenette. Pearl storage box. Bookcase. Yeah, so these are like the fortune items. Let's try again. Call over. Oh. Where's Damon? There he is. Call. Usually I can see like the distance. Oh yeah, there he is. So he's coming. Yeah, sometimes when you're trying to meet up with one of the other Zois, it can get a little glitchy. Oh. Oh, he's just waiting for the light to turn green. Ooh, he's looking fancy. That must be from his job. Look, he's dressed real professional. They're all getting annoyed. They do wait for the light to change green before they cross. This is what I mean when I say like it feels very real. Apparently there are car accidents, and that is something that we see as deaths, or we do see car accidents if we look at like there's like a city report. I'll show you that too before we go. But yeah, there's still a lot that I have to learn in this game as well, but these are just some of the things that I've learned so far. So, oh, he made it. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and chat to him. High five. Once we're done, I think did we get a tiramisu as well? I think so. Oh, what is this? No, don't say that. Let's not start with that. How long does it take you to eat a cake? And can't you do some chatting while you're eating the cake? I think he's trying to be sarcastic with us because he's like, okay, I'm here. Like, are you going to talk to me? But she's like, well, you took a long time and I'm hungry. So. Oh, yeah. He's like, okay, I'm gonna read something if you're going to take a while. He's like, let me just pull out this book. All right, that's done. You're done. Let's chat. Let's do some romance. See, look, now he's not paying attention. He's got a book now. Now we're the ones to be ignored. Look, she put a dress on and everything for this. Yeah, well, that's what you get for eating cake when you were supposed to be meeting somebody. And instead of greeting them, you just continued on with your tiramisu. Oh, you want a latte? Sure. Well, yeah, she's checking her nails. Me too, girl. That's exactly how I'm feeling.